they're not slow by any means. This is definitely gonna be a battle, and I am looking forward to this one, Stacks. Anticipation at max.
It is no mistake that the first thing you see as we come into Manfield is that banner across the backdrop with all the different flags. Certainly now more than ever representing how global this esport has become. It'll be Ahmad starting things off for Sandrock Gaming. Under fire from Kaio. Setting up Jan. Loose in front, but sent away by Ahmad as Card was lurking. He's got to make a solo effort defensively to slow down Sandrock, and does. And now Jan has let that get away, and Turk will take over.
Of a high flyer back and forth. Each team having a little bit of possession time in that opening 45. A little bit of a feeler here, and I'm thinking they're going to start warming up. We'll start seeing this speed come through here pretty quickly. A nice little challenge there out of Ahmad to keep that one down in the Furia half, and a shot on target from Senzo. Goal one goes the way of Sandrock Gaming.
Expect anything different? As good as everybody else has been, Senzo has been the story for Sandrock Gaming, and he comes through in a big way to start off game one.
Kickoff number 2, 4 minutes left on the clock after that opening goal. And immediately Sandrock on the attack, having to make a diving save there was Card on the Furia half, and just a boomer back downfield. Another shot, Ahmad.
Ooh, Turk is gonna score 2-0. Less than 90 seconds in. Relentless pressure out of Sandrock Gaming, and it just comes from out of nowhere. They just blitz Furia in their own half. Multiple opportunities. It's so rarely the first chance that gets you, Super. It's the second and third chance opportunities.
It's that second chance. The follow-up has been huge so far in this opening, minute and a half so far from Sandrock. The second man game has been impeccable. They have been right where they needed to be able to capitalize on those mistakes. See if that continues on. Furia needing to answer back here pretty quick. You don't want to give up a huge lead here. Down 2 is already a problem. Down 3, though, as Ahmad forces one downfield.
A far, far cry from the back and forth battle they had just a few days ago. And of course, with the added caveat, that was a glorified show match. There was money on the line, but it was a show match. This is the big show match, and it is all Sandrock Gaming in game one.
Looking to try and get something going. Pass down, and the pre-jump a little high out of Card. Not able to connect with the ball. No shot on net. They're trying to put something together here, but that speed just a little bit quicker than it's going to be red. So pre-jump, little early there, but I like the fact that they're trying to speed up, find a way to break through this Sandrock defense.
Furia has a 3-goal deficit to overcome, as their heads absolutely have to be spinning. Jan across the way, he's got a full tank of boost, and Ahmad having none of it. Got around Kaio. Did not get around Jan a second time. So now Turk will launch this downfield for Sandrock Gaming, looking for a 4th goal, and darn near scoring one. Ahmad now to the far side. What does he have up his sleeve? Picked his spot, and Kaio had to cut him off.
Close one, almost able to slot that in. Kaio got just enough of it. You can see now the solo effort coming through. It's not the 1-2 plays anymore. They're just looking to force their way through. Ahmad trying to just bully his way downfield through Jan. Can't get through. Shot high, just above the crossbar. Back out, but the midfield again. Sandrock cutting the play off, not allowing Furia to make the push down.
This is a dangerous ball for Fury to have to deal with high above their own goal, but they do so. But look where all 3 orange cars are, just hemmed in their own zone. Finally, Kaio at least breaches the center line, if only for a split second, before Sandrock Gaming brings this right back in. Card having to dribble around in his own zone. That's not sustainable at all. Kirk scores, Sandrock's up 4.
Sandrock has come down with a fury, if you would say. They are coming through just blitzing the ball over and over again. They're just in the face of Furia. Furia has no answer or response thus far. they've got to figure something out here if they're going to get into game 2. Start trying whatever you can, throw everything you have at it for this minute and a half, and see where the hole opens up at. You need to figure that out before you get into the next game. You don't want to go down 2-0 in a series.
The furious offensive charge has come exclusively from Sandrock Gaming. Coming up on the final minute. Furia just can't wait for this one to be over with so they can reset at 0-0. That's the mental aspect of Rocket League. You can lose a game by 7 goals. It doesn't matter. It's just one win in the grand scheme of things. Furia waiting for their chance to reset, but they've still got to play a little bit of defense for another 45 seconds. Senzo launching another into the Furia half of the field. Ahmad and Turk are both waiting. This does bounce, and actually Kaio ends up with the touch. Sandrock caught a little flat-footed and indecisive. But of course, you have that luxury when you have a 4-goal lead with 30 seconds left.
It's got a little bit of cushion there to work with, you know?
They're not perfect, Supersonic. I want perfect Rocket League. Thank you, Turk.
You know, they must have heard you complaining. They're like, fine, Stacks. We'll appease you just this once. Turk comes through 5-0 now for Sandrock, and this has been just a beating to watch for this first game. You can see Furia trying to bring the speed, but they just haven't been able to connect and get the ball where it needs to go. That one going to be off the back wall. Open net. Finally on the board. They have something to show for the game to take in and carry over to the next round or next match.
Jan will score to avoid the shutout. Sure. It's still 5-1. It is still not going to dampen what has been a brilliant performance out of Sandrock Gaming in the opening game of this last best of 5 in round 3. Round 3, boy. Master math, we're getting there. That touches down. Sandrock Gaming ends a game that felt like it lasted a whole series. After a whole bunch of very, very close games, Sandrock Gaming just breaks the mold, and they break down Furia.
They do. So one of the things and somebody can call me out on this, and I may be wrong, but if I remember correctly, the first round of that SRG Furia match was an SRG show as well in the skirmish. So maybe this is just a repeat storyline. I'm pretty sure it was a blowout match in game 1 of that as well. I'm hoping I'm right. I did ask the game. Game 1 was a 4-0 SRG in the previous one. Yep. So this is a 5-1, still pretty close. So maybe not everything's out. Maybe we don't worry yet. Our picks may still be okay. It may be all right.
Here's
but
the
they had
problem with that, Super. That was a best of 7. You can get outscored 9-2 in 2 games and still be feeling all right. You get outscored 9-2 in a best of 5 over the first couple of games. All of a sudden, we're panicking. 6 seconds in, it's Ahmad and Sandrock in front again.
I was waiting for you to get done so I could say something and be like, yeah, but it's game 2. If they get the game 2 here and we change the storyline here, then we're okay in game 5. This is not looking good. Sandrock immediately, 6 seconds in, goal on the board. SRG is here and they mean business, and they are not slowing down. They are unrelenting. Turk dropping it down, fakes off. Senzo with the force through, 2-0.
How do you wake up from a nightmare when you're not even sleeping? That's what Furia's got to be asking right now, because this could not have started any worse. Down 2 goals in 13 seconds of game 2 after a very one-sided affair in game 1.
Kaio looking to bring this out, get something on the board for Furia. Still trying to figure this out. I like the opportunity here as Jan looks for that pass, but not able to get the one on the pass back. Will check hard out of position. Has him scrambling across the line, and they'll be punished once again. 35 seconds in, Stacks. 3-0 on the board already.
Should consider ourselves lucky. Most people have to pay a lot of money to get a lesson like this from professionals. Sandrock Gaming out here handing it out for free. 35 seconds gone by and a 3-0 lead. They're on pace to shatter some records perhaps if this keeps up. If Furia can't stop the bleeding, Here goes Ahmad. He's picked his spot. And this time, Kaio stopped him.
You worry there when you see him in the air and you see Ahmad get twisted over. You see that he's going to get the nose down on it and gets big. You just, at this point,
way,
I just
they're gonna do it
expect
again.
to go through. No! Card can't get there. Turk scores again.
This is Ahmad flexing his muscles on the superstar Jan. And then Turk finishes the job. It's his 4th goal. It is all Sandrock Gaming.
Man, this is brutal. Turk now pass 1, pass 2. Kaio gonna make a soft touch there and roll this one out. And it's a battle still over 1 opportunity, but Turk's there to make the save. And once again, right back down into their half. Furia can't get this ball down into the offensive half enough to even piece anything together, Stacks. They're just stuck on defense
my God.
all the time,
Senzo!
and the defense isn't there.
This is incredible. Such a hyped up series. And Sandrock Gaming are making a mockery of it.
Sandrock is salty. They are angry about the loss to Furia in that skirmish. There's something personal here because this is brutal. The level of attack that they are putting out is something that I am not used to. Oh, is that going? No, okay, that's wide. I was about to say,
Everything else has been on. Oh my goodness. Look at just how cluttered Furia's defense is. Their heads still spinning at this whirlwind offense out of Sandrock Gaming. Finally, Turk has to make it clear that's a rare defensive effort required out of Sandrock Gaming. They have not forgotten how to play defense as they handle the task. And now they can get back on. No way.
No.
How does he win this? And Senzo almost scored that too.
Of course he did. Of course he did. That's just the storyline. That's the magic script of the clipboard coming through right now, Stack. Card, shot, on point, no, just out, and Kaio finishes it off. I mean, you got 1 on the board. You need 4 more, though.
Well, if one team could do it in 2.5 minutes.
Absolutely.
Granted, they did it in like 1.5 minutes. But then why not the other? Let's see if Furia has come alive here. I'm thinking not.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking not. Ahmad scores. They get it right back. And now a Brazil, ironically, in the cards.
I'm so glad you said something. I was about to go there as well. This is Brazil's about to come in against the Sam team, and it's brutal out here. Kickoff goes their way, but of course, immediately into the hands of Ahmad, who's just going to push it back downfield, and you can't help but feel the pain for them. No, Brazil will not occur. Kaio's at least going to make sure that does not happen.
The great one, trying to will Furia back into this one. It is a long, very long uphill climb to get there, but he's got the 2 strikes for Furia here in game 2. What now? As Furia, led by Jan, comes out of the zone. He's got no boost. Kaio does. He can bring this ball down for Card, who scores on the doorstep with 2 to go.
Okay, 2 minutes left. You only need 1.5 minutes to score, 4. So 3's definitely doable here, Stacks. Furia finally finding some offense. They're making things happen. They're finding their way through the defense, winning battles in the corners, finally winning a 50 or 2, which felt like it was just an impossible task not 2 minutes ago.
Direct on standby, I'm sure. A record is going to get broken at some point in this series. I can't tell you for the life of me which one it's going to be, but something will be historic. At the end of this, Kaio taking his shot. He set it up for Card.
Okay.
Furia comes storming back.
Okay, Furia. Kaio, great setup here. Gets it right over, and Card able to slot it home. Brings it back within 2 minutes 40. Just under 1:40 left here, Stacks. And we've got a game on our hands.
4 goals in 56 seconds. Furia has come back with a vengeance. And now it's King Card up top. Could not continue the play. Ahmad just barely through. Turk one-on-one with Card. Now Ahmad. Things have slowed down a little bit now for Sandrock Gaming. Maybe a little more hesitant to try and venture onto the orange half of the field. This is loose in front, and it pinballs around. Jan shot a floater, saved by Turk.
I think that the whoever came through also on their side, I didn't see the name tag on the orange car that came careening through, but I think they also assisted a little bit in the save of that ball as they tried to get a bump. Card! Oh! That would have been such a disgusting touch. Almost slots at home. Ahmad shot. Is it going to bar down? Bar down and out.
These teams have combined for 10, and it has been a story of two halves. Jan has this pop up. Kaio has been incredible during this comeback effort. But now things slowing down for Furia. Maybe they've just run out of gas. 20 seconds. Card. Ahmad and Turk to beat. Kaio at the back, going left, shot saved. Another one coming in from Jan, and denied by Senzo. Final countdown of Game 2, which had so many twists and turns. Sandrock dominated early, Furia dominated late, but in the end, it's Sandrock Gaming. One win away from a sweep.
Ball touchdown. Eventually, is that the record? Nope. It is going to touch down. I was like, is the record we're going to break going to be the one where the ball just doesn't touch the ground forever? No. SRG. Furia made a valiant effort there in the back half of that game. But in the end, when you get that big of a lead early, this is just so hard to come back from. They really tried. Bring that same energy, guys. Bring it over into Game 3. Set this up. It's all the storyline, right? They've got to still set it up for Game 5. We asked for Game 5, so now they've got to start the reverse sweep storyline. Then we get to Game 5, and we just, we basically say, hey, all this was for show. We're actually just playing a best of one. Game 5 is all that matters.
Let me just get the timestamp here. At 3:29 to go in that game, it's 5-0. 99% of other teams mail it in. They're like, all right, we go next. Whatever. It's been fun. We'll just get them in Game 3. No, not this Furia squad. A valiant comeback effort falls just short, but that's also got to be alarming for Sandrock Gaming because they did allow Furia to dominate half of a game. And if Furia can do it for one half, why not two? They're on the attack to start Game 3, a game they have to win, and a low roller sent away by Senzo.
Nice cut across. Kyle wasn't ready for it, though, so the chase will have to come from Jan. Just makes a touch, and Ahmad up early, sending the house. True Sam fashion, and it pays off. Cards there to finish it off on the open net.
The King coming through off the setup from the Great One, and Card has 3 in a row himself. All set up by Kaio. Furia on the comeback trail. They got to hold off Turk and Sandrock Gaming. Kaio with a good block there. He can start the attack downfield, but that's going to leave a lot to be desired. Senzo's around 1. Jan trying to catch up to him. Get in a spot to make a save. He didn't need to. Card and Kaio run into each other, though. Look, I know they're an excellent duo, but y'all got to give each other some space.
Every now and then, you gotta unattach yourself from the hip, and everybody's got to go kind of do their own thing there. Big demo in the midfield from Kaio. He takes down Turk, and first, I can still say it. First lead for the series here for Furia. I thought they were about to get tied up there. But first lead, so we'll see if Furia can now switch over and have a strong defensive presence, or do you think that we continue to see the shootout? Are they going to be comfortable trying to just maintain with a lead of 1?
Senzo pumps the brakes, forces the Furia defense back, and it's Kaio coming down from the back line that makes the save. And now here comes Furia. Good cut by Senzo. Turk at the back line, so too is Ahmad. They're both up, and neither are good enough as Kaio scores.
All right. Furia alive and well here in game 3. 2-0 lead. Kaio able to slot that one off the pass just underneath the defense in a 2-0 lead now. 3:12 left on the clock. I'm not saying anybody's dominantly in control of this because we watched what happened last game, so I'm just not even going to bother saying it.
You know what? That is a perfectly fine take to have. Here's a take for you. Furia on the prowl. They have come alive now in a game they must win, the first of 3 that they must win. But Ahmad, denied out front. Opportunity there. Gone by the wayside for Sandrock Gaming. Maybe. Still keep this in a dangerous position as Turk comes in. Doesn't have a lot of boost, but he certainly has the big body of the Fennec trying to bully his way through. What another great win, though. Sandrock Gaming starting to turn things around. Hey, both these teams are capable of playing a 2.5-minute game of Rocket League. That's great. The first one that puts it together for 5 minutes is going to have a heck of a time going through into round 4 with a 2-1 record.
The challenge there, Jan gonna lose it to Ahmad, but the follow-up touch from Furia will bring it down the field. And again, a lot of battles just at the point of contact now. A lot of 50 game, a lot of challenges occurring as the speed for the players doesn't necessarily slow down, but it feels like the speed of play is slowing down just because we're not seeing 92 goals in 30 seconds. Open net, shot there, Kaio gets it!
Kaio with the save, speeding back, and then Card preventing Senzo's effort. A bump at midfield. Jan thought about it, now he will turn. And Turk just dishes this deeper into the zone. It's Senzo lining up a double, and Kaio not pleased at all.
That one saved away. Still in front. All three commit for it there, but not in place to make an attack is Furia, so this one will come all the way back down the field. Worked out.
Okay,
they take it down.
Card.
Okay. All right.
Can the casters take a tactical timeout at some point? I'm still reeling from game 2 and how incredible that was. And now the Furia comeback charge here. A minute away, less than a minute from forcing game 4, the first step on the long comeback trail. Turk's got a retreat here. This has popped up. Loose ball for Ahmad to turn on, but Kaio got there first. Jan up high and away as Furia just invites Sandrock back onto their half of the field so they can dismiss them thoroughly again.
Shot, possibility, double touch, no, saved away. Senzo's going to be the one to get there on the backboard and bring it forward. All 3 committed forward here. That's going to give Kaio an opportunity. Drop to Card, and no. He's just going to drop it underneath the defense. 3-0 here. 19 seconds left, and Furia may hold Sandrock Gaming to 0, which, had you asked me last game or the game before, I would have said was impossible.
A 6-0 run. Oddly enough, a 7-1 run for Furia. Going back to about the midway point of game 2. Interesting, as Furia have staved off relegation to the 1 and 2 tier. And we will see a 4th game between Furia and Sandrock Gaming to close out round 3.
Oh, waiting for this one to touch down. There it is, and we will be moving on to game 4. Furia stays alive, stacks I. Yeah, when do we get our break, actually? That sounded nice. You said that we should get a break, and I can't keep... There's too much going on. This is nuts.
You have to ask, say, Mitch or in Civic or Ahmad, Turk, Senzo, one of those guys.
They all need a break too, right?
Well, if they just win a game, they can have a long break.
I mean, that chain dash definitely just blew out the jump button. He needs to get a new controller hooked up. Something needs to happen there. Give us a moment to breathe. This, I thought we were going to get like a 3-0 series after watching game 1.
Yeah.
Game 2, right? But now, the comeback tour, Furia started heating up in the back half of that game 2. Game 3, all Furia all day. The speed is just a little bit quicker, and they are the thing that they're doing really well, I think, is that rotation back. They're not committing 3 forward as often. Every now and then they'll have a touch. Ahmad's usually up early, gonna get that touch in the midfield or back on their half. They're waiting for him to go up for that and then just returning back down. They're gaining more possession time off of that approach, shot down. This one's going to be wide of the net here in the opening 10 seconds. And Sandrock, Furia, game 4 is underway.
What else could these teams possibly have up their sleeves? I do think we finished maybe a goal short of setting a LAN record, maybe an RLCS record for total scoring between two teams back in game 2, which went 6-4 to Sandrock Gaming. They were out in front 6-1, 5-0 at one point. Furia battled back, and since then, this is part of a 7-1 stretch for Furia over the last game and a half. Sandrock Gaming slowing things down now, a little bit weary of attacking this Furia team. Counterattack has been deadly from the South Americans. This goes all the way across. Senzo will again try to control and successfully do so. Furia gave him time and space. That could be dangerous. Got the demolition, but the ball still cleared nonetheless. Now Turk calling his own number, and that dealt with nicely by Kaio.
Yeah, great timing there from Kaio to go ahead, have the patience wait and see what's going to happen there, and then make that read, save it out. And look at this play. They're just playing bumper to bumper. Everybody kind of on the ball there. It's just a train behind it on either side. Neither team really wanting to give a free touch to the other, both knowing just how dangerous each other are with that ball in hand.
Hard. Putting the mechanics on display. Couldn't get that down for Kaio in time. And this is shuttled away by Senzo. A big clear that time, aided by the defense, or the oncoming attacker slightly. Now Senzo. Beaten out by Jan. It's only Ahmad at the back. Didn't have the corner boost available for him, and that's a dangerous ball that is kept in by Kaio and kind of threw off card. So here comes Sandrock Gaming now, but not for long. They tried to slow play, as they have. They've tried to slow this series down, and Furia will not let them. They're challenging Sandrock Gaming to meet their pace, meet the same pace they had on Monday, and Sandrock Gaming shying away a little bit.
Seems like as they speed up there in that last one, as you started to talk about them slowing down, it was almost a double commit in both of them trying to be the gentleman in the situation and let the other take it. And they slow down long enough that it allows Fury to just come down and go, well, I mean, if you're not going to pound this ball downfield or you're not going to do something with it, we're just going to go ahead and challenge you for it over and over again. And they're winning the majority of these. 3 minutes, though, no goal. How many different versions of this matchup can we get? I don't know what's happening, Stack. It's impossible to follow.
What's happening right now is a classic between Sandrock Gaming and Furia, and it did not start that way. But then again, neither did their last encounter earlier this week. It looked like it would be a Sandrock rout. And over time, Furia got back into it. Oh, no shot came out that time, and the defense was frozen stiff. Now, on target, but Senzo has that. More importantly, stays in front, not allowing Furia into the center of the Sandrock zone. Now Ahmad has that drop down for Turk. Senzo waiting at the back to come into action. He does there. Demolition on Kaio opens things up now for Sandrock Gaming, and with the slight man advantage, they'll strike. Oh. It's Senzo right between the eyes.
Great infield pass here. Ahmad gonna go ahead, use the mechanics, acts like he's gonna hit it, catches it, and then tries to roll it left. So when that pinch happens, shoots it right into the midfield, right where you want it. And they're there to finish. Sandrock Gaming, 101 on the clock, 1 on the board. Can they hold on? They need to do it for another 55 seconds here. Can't give up a goal. If they do, they move on to be 2-1. Furia right now needs a goal, or they drop down to 1-2.
5 goals each from Senzo and Turk have Sandrock Gaming 40 seconds away from fending off a huge scare at the hands of Furia. Another booming clear from Ahmad. Senzo waiting in behind, taken off the field by Kaio. But Senzo's going to spawn in. He'll be needed on the goal line off the respawn, and he made the save. Follow up now. That's sent away by Ahmad, slowing down the Furia pressure. And Ahmad again having to work overtime. Sandrock Gaming have had to earn it here in the last 45 seconds, and they're going to pull it off.
5 seconds left. 2-0 Sandrock in the final moments. Just throw the nail in it, close it up. They're moving on, most likely. I mean, technically the door's not closed, but
not closed.
5
it's
over.
over.
Yeah, it's over.
Sandrock Gaming. They were dominant for the better part of a game and a half, and then they had to work for it.